Coming up on After the Whistle, high school sports continue to roll as they approach the halfway mark of their seasons.
Plus, a look into our reporter Jack Rachinski taking on a timeless baseball challenge at Medler Field.
And a recap of Penn State's annual blue-white game that took place this past weekend. All that and more coming up on After the Whistle.
Welcome to After the Whistle. I'm Carlos Garcia. Today, we'll bring you out to the ballpark for coverage of baseball and softball from all around District 6.
And I'm John Drager. We'll also take a look into what went inside of Beaver Stadium this past weekend as football made its final spring appearance. But batting leadoff in our show, a District 6 baseball matchup between Bald Eagle and Phillipsburg Osceola. We're going to pick things up in the bottom of the fourth. PO up 8-1. Carson Nagel, you heard him in the fall. He does it in the spring. Solo shot to center field. That'll be 8-2 Mounties, but a big rally coming up for Bald Eagle. A couple batters later, Hayden Burns. He'll ground one over to the shortstop, Archer Bauman. Throw over to first in time. That squashes any hope of a Bald Eagle rally. Still 8-2. Now into the top of the fifth. Hayden Kephart. Dribbler right down that third base line. The throw to first gets past the first baseman, and he'll go in for a little league double.
That's a tough play right there from the pitcher.
Could be a backbreaker. Top of the seventh, 9-2, Phillipsburg Osceola, 2 men on. Adrian Minkarchik will roll one past the third baseman. That'll score in a run. That'll make it 10-2 Mounties.
Gotta get that glove all the way down onto the ground, John.
Well, 2 batters later, it's going to be Lucas Peterson. He'll line one out into left field, gets misplayed by the left fielder. 2 runs will score. It's now 12-2 PO. The Mountaineers would score 2 more, and Bald Eagle would tack on 4 in the bottom half of the 7th, but would ultimately fall to Phillipsburg Osceola 14-6. The loss would be Bald Eagle's first of the year, making them 6-1, while Phillipsburg Osceola improved to 3-1. Both teams were in action yesterday, with each winning their respective games. Phillipsburg Osceola beat Clearfield 3-1, and Bald Eagle beat Penns Valley 10-0.
We'll stay on the diamond as the Huntington Bearcats travel to Tyrone to throw down with the Golden Eagles. Some beautiful weather this week in District 6 action, but we're going to start with Huntington jumping out to an early 2-0 lead. We'll pick things up in the third. Bags loaded. A.J. Coleman walks Gavin Woodward. That's going to score Jack Foster from third, giving the Bearcats a 3-0 lead. Now in the top of the fourth, Dominic Ravello rips this one into right field. And hold on, it's gone, it's gone. No, what a catch. Diving in for that one. Coleman flying in to make the grab. Top 10 play right there from Coleman. Bearcats still with a 3-run lead. Landon Hammer punches a single into left field, but unfortunately for Tyrone, they wouldn't be able to capitalize and bring him in. But now Tyrone back at the plate in the fifth. Another web gem catch. This one, Ryder Sheffield, the acrobatic catch to keep the Eagles off the board.
2 for 1 in this highlight, Carlos.
And the Huntington would score 3 more insurance runs in the 6th and 7th inning to take home a 6-1 road win. With the win, the Bearcats move to 5-3 on the season and are now on a 2-game win streak. For the Golden Eagles, they fall to 2-4 on the year and will look to rebound against Penns Valley tomorrow afternoon.
Now moving over to high school softball. This Monday, the Mifflin County Huskies visited the Central Mountain Wildcats on a windy but sunny day. We're going to start things off in the 3rd inning. Huskies up to bat. It'll be Piper Speck. She'll send that one off into right field. Savannah Powell, rounding second, gets the wave home, and she will go in standing. 1-0 Mifflin County leads. Now up to the 5th inning, it's going to be 2-1. The Wildcats up over the Huskies. It's going to be a sac fly coming in. Wait for the pitch. Here it comes, bang. That'll go into the outfield. Ava Doyle will tag from third and go in standing. Central Mountain now leads 3-1. Moving into the top of the 7th, Dakota Hirschberger. That ball is going back, and it's out of here. A grand slam for Mifflin County.
See ya, baby. That ball was crushed.
And that would be all she wrote. The Huskies, energetic close. Mifflin County taking down Central Mountain 5-3. Mifflin County moves to 2-0 on the year as they face Central Dauphin tomorrow. Central Mountain takes their first loss of the season and now sits at 3-1. They'll face Williamsport tomorrow at home.
Now we'll take you over to State College where the Little Lions face the Central Dauphin Rams. Both these teams warming up for a highly anticipated matchup. We'll jump to the top of the second. Central Dauphin's Brianna Locke trying to steal third. Wild throw there. She's going to get all the way to home, giving CD the early 1-0 lead. Great base running there by the Rams, but a silent rest of the game. Onto the seventh. A rope by Addie Harpster to get a standing double, sending it all the way to the fence. State College now getting the momentum, and the Little Lions will grab their first run on the board. That one shot all the way over the right fielder's head. Gabby Todd drives safely back to third, but the damage is done. The game tied at 1, and with just 1 out, it's Todd using her speed to cross the plate, walk-off fashion after an infield blooper, which caused a little bit of CD confusion, John.
Right into no man's land.
The Little Lions pulled off the 7th inning walk-off, upsetting Central Dauphin, who was leading the whole game. State College improves to 2-0 on the season, defeating Williamsport 8-2 last week.
What exciting softball action that we had here, Carlos. A walk-off single right into the infield and a grand slam to take the lead in the 7th. Beautiful action.
Absolutely, John. And the baseball boys, I mean, tons of web gems, Sports Center top 10 plays. I know those guys aren't going to remember those or forget those.
Oh, they're definitely not going to forget those. We have the highlights here on After the Whistle. Coming up after the break, we will take you to Rec Hall to preview the EIVA tournament.
Plus, a look at how Penn State baseball performed last night against Kent State.
But for now, here are some scores from around the district. Welcome back to After the Whistle, brought to you by Com Radio, the Central County Report, and Penn State's chapter of Awesome.
Well, Penn State is currently hosting the EIVA tournament at Rec Hall, and our reporter Nico Rodriguez is live at Rec Hall. Nico, what's going on behind you?
Well, Carlos, right behind me at Rec Hall, Princeton is currently taking on Charleston in the first round of the EIVA tournament. Charleston currently has won the first set and has a 1-0 lead. Second set is about to come to a close here, as later today, NJIT and Harvard, will be playing, and the winners tomorrow will face off with George Mason and Penn State. Penn State will be matched with the winner of the 4 and 5 seed game, which will take place tomorrow at 7 p.m. The Nittany Lions have won 38 straight regular season EIVA games and are looking to shelf their 37th EIVA championship. With this success, head coach Mark Pavlik was named the Conference Coach of the Year, and John Kerr was awarded Player of the Year. Will it be NJIT or will it be Harvard? Only time will tell as Penn State looks to continue their undefeated season at home. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thanks, Nico. Now we have Penn State softball. They're going to take on the Michigan State Spartans. A beautiful day at Beer Field as Nittany Lions look to extend their win streak to 3 games. We're going to start up top of the first. Britton Brashears hits a single right up the middle. That'll score Anna Fox. Sparty takes a 1-0 lead. Top of the second, Spartans with a 3-0 lead. Sydney Golazecki hits a single to right center. Alexis Ross scores. Michigan State now up 4-0. Now we're going to move into the bottom of the 4th inning. Leanna Jones gets a hold of that one. Going back, and gone.
See ya.
2-run home run to left field. Penn State cuts the deficit to 2. Now moving on into the bottom of the 6th inning. Spartans leading 6-2. Caitlin Morrison right back to Tate. Madison Taylor drops the ball with some attitude, and Penn State strands runners on base. The Spartans would see out the rest of the game to beat the Nittany Lions 6-2. Penn State would fall to 30-9 after this game. The team would lose both games on Tuesday to Ohio State and currently sit in 4th in the Big Ten with a 9-5 conference record.
Now let's head over to Medler Field, where Kent State came into Happy Valley to take on the Nittany Lions. Tons of fans in attendance for another edition of Dollar Dog Night. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But jumping into the top of the second, Josh Johnson rips one past the shortstop. That's going to bring in Michael McNamara, and Kent State up 3-2. 6-0. Fast forward to the top of the 6th now. It's Tim Orr getting the pitch and swing and a miss. There he goes. He's going to go swinging, strike out there. Bottom of the 6th. Kent State still up 6-1, and they'll continue on. McNamara scored that time. Now it's his turn for a ribby. Bringing in Brody Williams. Kent State up 7-1 and not taking their foot off the gas. Top of the 9th. That one going to put an exclamation point on this one. Lance McDonald dribbles it into right field, and that would help capitalize Kent State's win.
And just like Kent State, this game was gone in a flash.
Golden Flash is winning 10-3 over the Nittany Lions, as Kent State is going to take on Ohio State today at home, while Penn State heads to Michigan State to play the Spartans this weekend.
Well, it was another record-setting night for Penn State baseball. More than 5,000 fans devoured 8,591 hot dogs, crushing the previous record of 6,151 hot dogs last week. But some games get served on a silver platter. After the Whistle's very own Jack Rachinski looked to be perfect in the ballpark. Jack.
Thanks, John. When a ballpark is offering $1 hot dogs, you take full advantage. And I had the honor of attempting to conquer my own little culinary challenge. It's not the 18 that Justin Chevalella promised last show, but let's take a look at the results. It's Penn State versus Kent State here at Medler Field at Lebrano Park for Dollar Dog Night. And what better way to show off this fantastic event than me try to do 9 hot dogs in 9 innings. Right behind Flashpoint Grill, you can get your dollar dogs. Line was pretty much back to Altoona at this point. Everybody's showing out. So here's to dog number 3. We're here in the 8th inning. This is the 8th hot dog. I've been taking laps around the ballpark. There's honey mustard on this to wash it down. But the light at the end of the tunnel is almost there. I can feel it. And to all who have doubted me, in the words of Geno Smith, they wrote me off, but I did not write back. Welcome to a moment in After the Whistle history. As you said, John, Medler Field at Lebrano Park broke its attendance record, and over 8,000 hot dogs were consumed overall. For me, it was grueling. I hit a few walls, but with the power of human perseverance, I conquered the monumental feat of Frankfurter consumption. Back to you at the desk.
All right, thanks, Jack. And you have to be feeling terrible after last night.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. 9 hot dogs, 9 innings. It's not as easy as it looks, obviously, but I survived. I lived to tell the tale.
It's the indomitable human spirit of Jack. You know, John, I'm more of a burger guy. I think I could do 9 burgers in 9 innings.
It's tougher than you think. I've tried that. It's not fun. Thanks, Jack. Well, coming up, we'll take a look back at the blue-white game this weekend.
But for now, the Olympic trials are coming to the BJC starting Saturday. Let's take a look at the current Nittany Lions looking to make the Olympic team and members of the Penn State Olympic Regional Training Center competing, which includes some former Nittany Lions.
Penn State is hosting the U.S. Olympic trials this weekend. Our reporter Sawyer Hadlam is outside of the Bryce Jordan Center. Sawyer?
Thanks, John. The Nittany Lions are hosting the Olympic trials for the upcoming Paris 2024 Olympics this summer after not being able to host the 2020 Olympic trials due to COVID-19 restrictions. All 18 of Team USA's representatives across 3 different disciplines will be determined this weekend. Of the wrestlers, 19 total with ties to Happy Valley will compete, including 7 members of the 2024 National Championship team. We also have 2 former District 6 wrestlers participating in the trials. Bishop McCourt's Jax Forrest will be competing at 57 kilograms as the 10 seed, along with Mifflin County alum Trent Hidley coming in as the 3 seed in the 84 kilogram bracket. This will be a historic event for Penn State this weekend and definitely something to keep an eye on. This is Sawyer Hadlam for After the Whistle. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thanks, Sawyer. Move over graduation and make way for something that may or it may not happen.
That's right, John. If you're planning on graduating in December of 2024, you just got sidelined. The fall commencement ceremonies were scheduled for Saturday, December 21st, but with the expansion of the college football playoff to 12 teams, home games are now a possibility at Beaver Stadium. The university responded by moving commencement to Sunday, December 22nd. And fans had a chance to watch one potential playoff contender this past weekend as football returned to Beaver Stadium for the spring game. Football was back in Happy Valley on Saturday with the annual Blue-White game taking hold in Beaver Stadium. We take you there now where James Franklin, 2 new coordinators under his staff, lots of expectations for the fans in the stands, and those expectations were met in the second quarter. Quentin Martin Jr. bouncing this run to the outside and walking it in for the first touchdown of the day. The white team leads 7-0, and they'd continue to dominate all day long. Fourth quarter here, it's another rushing touchdown from Martin Jr., the true freshman showing out in his first appearance, donning the blue and white.
Bright future ahead for the young buck.
And of course, we have to show the starting quarterback, Drew Aller, capping off the day with a float to Andrew Rapplier down the sideline, walking him into the end zone for 6. The white team would go on to win the 2024 Blue-White game by a final score of 27-0. The next time Penn State will take the field is on August 31st when it travels to West Virginia to take on the Mountaineers. Our reporter Owen Camaros was at the Blue-White game and joins us live in studio. Owen?
Carlos, the Blue-White game is a great way for fans to see the progress of Penn State football during the offseason. And this year, fans have a few extra reasons to be invested. Let's take a look.
We are Penn State!
Penn State's annual Blue-White game saw supporters of all ages return to Beaver Stadium to see their favorite football team. This particular game gave fans the first chance to see Andy Kotelnicki and Tom Allen, the Nittany Lions' new offensive and defensive coordinators. Allen joined Penn State after spending the past 7 years as the head coach of Big Ten rival Indiana. He comes to Happy Valley with the tough task of improving a defense ranked number 1 in 2023. Linebacker Tony Rojas says that Allen has already brought energy and a winning mentality to the Penn State defense.
He praises energy, that we have energy and effort. Effort's a big thing, and he really makes sure that stands out for us.
Kotelnicki joined Penn State from Kansas after spending 2 years with the Jayhawks. His challenge will be improving a Penn State offense that struggled last season, especially throwing the ball downfield. Quarterback Bo Perbula says he loves the offensive style that his new offensive coordinator has brought to the team.
I feel really comfortable in this offense. Obviously, we weren't showing much of what we usually do today, spring game and everything, but I think this offense fits me well.
Penn State's new coaching hires, as well as the expanded playoff format, have given the team a new sense of belief. But no one is more excited about these changes than the fans.
Well, I think we needed something for a little while. I think we need to get behind the quarterback, change some things up so that he can excel, and I think that's going to happen this year.
But the Nittany Lions will have to get through 3 of the 4 new Big Ten teams in UCLA, USC, and Washington, as well as usual foe Ohio State, if they want a date with college football destiny. The Nittany Lions hope these changes could bring a college football playoff appearance to Happy Valley in 2024. Back to you guys at the desk.
All right, thanks, Owen. Former Penn State soccer player Allie Krieger will deliver the commencement address for the Donald P. Belisario College of Communications on May 4th at the Bryce Jordan Center. Krieger, a graduate of the Belisario College in 2007, is a 2-time World Cup winner for the U.S. women's national team in 2015 and 2019. Krieger graduated with our Director of Media Operations, Scott Myrick. Well, this week was undoubtedly filled with excitement, but these 3 plays stuck out the most. Let's take a look at our top 3 plays of the week. We're going to start things off in Beaver Stadium. Drew Aller manning the white team. He steps back into the pocket, lofting the ball wide open to Andrew Rapplier for a 30-yard touchdown in 40-mile-per-hour winds. The offense making it look easy under Kotelnicki.
Absolutely, white team dominated in that one. We'll head to number 2. Quick reflexes here. Beard Field, the liner, right back to Madison Taylor as Caitlin Morrison hits that one, but she's flashing leather and getting the out for the Spartans.
Finally, our top play of the week, it goes to Ryder Sheffield with this cross-body diving grab, spectacular catch in left field. He loses his hat to get the out. What a play. Here's another look at that, just able to contort his body to make that catch.
John, what'd you say earlier? Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Another beautiful web gem there. by the high school kid. Great catch.
Absolutely. Well, another week of high school sports is in the books, and next week will be our final show of the spring semester. Till then, I'm John Drake.
And I'm Carlos Garcia. For more updates about District 6 games and our show times, you can follow us on Instagram and X at ATWPSU. We'll see you here next week on After the Whistle.
We are Penn State.